Well, hello. It is I, Brandon. We are here for Transport Fever 2. What is this? Session 2, Episode 6. So I'm going to warn you, there's been some developments. I played the game non-recording for a little while. I'm going to be honest, I was trying to get. I was kind of get sad but true. I was trying to get through a show, and so I just wanted to watch a show for a little while and play this in the background. But in the process, I definitely advanced things a little bit. So let me pause and take you on a quick tour. First of all, our finances. It is the year 2090. Okay, so yes, we're in the future. We had a future. We can see our kind of what happened here with our finances. So a funny thing happened here. I learned how to get air travel to work, so we now have air travel, which, as you can see, our value in our balance has now topped four. What is that? Is that 4 million? 4 billion? Yeah, 4 billion. I don't know. We have a lot of money. Um, we basically built a bunch of track early in the game, and then we didn't really build any more track. We built the initial part, and then I built a bunch of other track for something else, which we're going to go over and explain. But we left all the track alone. We didn't build any more track. The towns have all been growing kind of exponentially, although they went down a little, but they're coming back up again. So that's happening. Let's see what else. So let's go on a tour of. Mm. And I never did build my headquarters. Let's build that now in our actual core city that we originally started at, which was Corona. We'll build our headquarters right here. Cool. Okay, so the hub that we had going has grown. Um, so you can see we have this hub here with all these trucks coming and going. We also have an extra hub over on the side here for more trucks. And then we have the bus station here, basically the bus hub. And we have a train station that parks in the same spot. So we have goods coming in here. On the other side of town, though, we've added an airport with a whole bunch of stuff going and coming from the airport, both people and goods. And so there's a lot of movement going on back and forth between the airport and this thing. We've also got a freeway that has happened that we started down here. It hasn't gone anywhere from here, but it goes up to kind of in between here, and then it goes all the way up to Grand Rapids and up here to this area. This is what we expanded up to, and we have kind of chaos happening up here. We're going to have to do some stuff about that. And then the city of Gilbert. And the freeway just kind of ends, as they tend to do. Um, so we have there's a lot still to do. So what I mainly focused on was expanding people. So I have all these towns connected to people mainly through this bus station that has all these different lines. So it's like a giant transfer point, right? All the buses come into one spot and they all come out of one spot. But I added some water here. I had all these farms right in one spot, like 3 farms, and I thought, would it be fun if they put all their food in like a boat, and the boat would take the food places? So I have these boats full of grain that are moving all over the place. Some of them are going down to here, where they're getting on a truck, and that truck is taking them all the way over to here. This is the food factory, which is not even all the way upgraded. So again, there's some room to expand here. There's more food to be had here. In fact, he's actually kind of running low on grain. So that's cool. And then some of it goes to this whole food system here, where also saw an opportunity where there was good grain on one side and a food factory on the other, and I was like, well, so we have both going back and forth, and you can see there's a lot of stuff happening here. And then we expanded it out to here because this town of Marietta wanted bread, and so I made their stuff comes in on boat, but then also they wanted a lot of other stuff, so I added the airport, and so they get everything they want now. And then now they share with Fremont. LA is only connected with people to here, and Columbia only to people. So there's all these products that we need to get to these towns, and Antioch as well, just people. And then same here. Tulsa is. I think Tulsa does have. No, it's just people, just people. So, and then I don't even have people. I don't even have bus stops in all these towns yet. So there's again lots of room to grow. But yeah, we got a little focused on having like a 2 hub system. So basically, Marietta became one hub, and then all the way over here, Corona became the other hub. Although really the hub is next to Corona and it's chaos. So let's watch the chaos for a little while, just so you guys can see. This was what I had in mind when I said like a hub. The idea is everything comes and goes from one general location, which works really well, except for the traffic. So that's my only flaw, hence why I had to build a second one to kind of keep the traffic flowing. But yeah, the bus stop works really well too. You could see all these buses come and go, and the people just get off the bus and they walk over to their transfer point, and then they wait for the next bus to arrive, and then they're all coming and going within a few minutes. So you know, nobody has to wait very long, as you can see. They're just all getting on and off buses like, no big deal. So that's kind of cool. This is working quite well, actually, this little bus transfer system, which is nice. The train is specific to only a few things. It's really just a wood train. It's moving a lot of wood around and products that are derived from the wood. And that just had to do with the fact that trucking it was costing too much. So I found that creating these very specific train lines. Oh, by the way, all the train lines are now running as high-speed trains. The I tried to replace those steam trains, and there became a year somewhere in the 2050s or 60s or 70s where it no longer allowed me to buy that train. It was like no longer allowed. It was past its sell-by date, I guess. So so I was forced to upgrade all the trains to high-speed trains. Now, this is not a very efficient line. This one over here is the one that's losing me the most money because it's not which one is it? It's one of these two, wood train one or wood train. One of these trains is losing me money. It might be one of the other ones. It might actually be this one. This guy. This is the one. Tools one. Ugh. This line has been, well, actually, it's making me a little money now. It was losing me money for the longest time. But as you can see, we are making about 200, is that 200 million? Sure. About 200 million a year now, which I can be honest, I think this is the most money I've ever made, in a by year ratio, like in this game. And it's because this whole thing right here is doing all the work. If you look at how much money is coming and going in this just one like section here, it's quite a lot. But it's not even where all the profit is. This is what's kicker. Let's look at the money. Let's actually look at where all the profit is here. Uh, let's go with the most. It's the airplanes. Look at this. My cargo planes. I have five, six, seven, eight cargo planes running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and they are making $91 million a year. Now, I had never really honestly used airplanes in this game because they're very expensive to build the airports and do all the, and I just never really got there. So this has been kind of interesting and educational in that, like, oh my God, you can move like so much stuff so fast with airplanes. So, and you see it's going up, up, up. It's 102 million now. Jeez. So we keep adding airplanes to this. We're gonna keep making money because these two towns definitely want to share products. And in fact, if we added a third airport somewhere and built a third hub, that sounds like what we're going to be doing in the next episodes. Our human airplanes, which only has four, because there's not as much demand, is making about 5 million. The demand is growing, so I probably, because they are at capacity, if you see that, so I probably do need to add more airplanes to this line. I gave up on naming all the lines because I was building in a hurry, so they just all became lines until I get around to fixing them all. You can see most of our money right now is coming from, I mean, the plastic train is still doing some good work for us. The wood train is doing some work. Oil's making a money. The cross is the stuff that's just moving stuff back and forth between the big cities. So that's really where a lot of the money's coming from as well. But yeah, you could see airplanes, cargo planes doing work there. All the way on the bottom of the scale, though, you can see where we're losing our money is the oil train number two, for some reason, is not making us money. In fact, it's empty right now. So I need to investigate why is oil train number two empty. There's only one train, no, right? So it's only going in one direction. So it's going in one direction, bringing oil to here, but it's not bringing anything back. I see. Well, there's not really much I can do about that, unfortunately. I mean, it's a necessary part of a bigger piece of a puzzle, but yeah, it's just the train and the upkeep for that train is really not worth This is one of those where a truck going, I hate to say it, but this actually might be one of those where a truck line going back and forth between the two might just be fine because of the fact that like that train is losing me money. I mean, it's not losing me a lot of money. It's like 1 million a year, right? We'll leave it for now. I mean, it's annoying, but whatevs. The other ones that are losing me money are not that valuable. Like they're just losing me a small amount of money, so they're the kind of things where it's like, whatever, I'll just keep it. Um, they're not. They're part of honestly all these bus networks. It's okay that they lose money because the other lines are making money. So as long as buses are, on some of them, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's weird. You know how it is. Okay, so but look at all these that are making us money so much. So okay, so that's basically the catch up of where where we have been in the time that I was playing without anyone watching, um, which I apologize for. But I really needed to catch up on South Park. I had not watched a single episode this season, and I really wanted to at least understand what was going on. And I was holding out until I could like watch a bunch of them together and kind of like relive the year, you know? And it was a good experience. I would advise going through said experience if you have not. Okay, we're going to end this one a little short here, and we're going to just pick up on the next one and start doing some work.